temporary review entertainment for the light it gives. And today's Reiki session is Cord Cutting Your Trust Issues in honor of Secret Invasion, out June 21st on Disney Plus. And if there's one thing on this TV show that you can expect, it's trust issues. And if there's one thing that I love as a Reiki master slash somebody who loves Reiki to be done to them, it's cord cutting. Because cord cutting makes me feel like somebody is cutting away all the energies that belong to me and don't belong to me. But either way, I don't want to feel them. And your feelings are your choices. And you can choose to feel whatever you want to feel. It's like you have options. You want to feel better? Choose to feel better. Work on feeling better. If you want to feel sad, then you got to work on feeling sad, I guess. But that kind of brings me to the point. Secret Invasion starts with the return of Nick Fury, not only to our screens, but literally planet Earth. Apparently, he's been in space, kind of, hanging out with Carol Danvers and trying to, figure out, what's going on, what happened post Thanos, and also kind of hiding out. Because if there's one thing that I wish Marvel did more, but I like and that I like that they do, it's kind of approach the fact that people disappeared and disintegrated for 5 years and the world continued without half of its population. And that did something to people. That did something to the people who stayed, and that did something to the people who left. And Secret Invasion kind of approaches a topic through Nick Fury and through the fact that politics have really changed, especially with the fact that now we have aliens on Earth that can not only look like us, but also steal our brains, aka Invasion of the Body Snatchers, aka Skrulls. And Nick Fury he returns to Earth to save it, but he also is really confused on how to live in it anymore. He's trying to go old school Nick Fury. I'm strong and I'm calling the orders, but everybody's like, you've been gone for years, and you're weird. You're not even you anymore. I don't know if you're a Skrull or you're just going through some in need of therapy emotions, but you're not the guy who leads anymore, or you're not somebody I want to follow. And that's really, really fascinating because you see through Maria, played by Colby. I think her name is Colby Smulders, right? That's the actress. Maria Hill. You see by Maria Hill and Ben Mendelsohn, who plays Talos, a scroll, this kind of feeling that they are with Nick Fury because of who he was. They genuinely love him and they feel like they owe him a debt, but they don't like who he's become. He's tired and he's confused, and he knows something big is coming to Earth by the fact of these are aliens that can shapeshift. But he also is I disintegrated. And I spend my whole life trying to fight, these superpowered beings that want to take us over while working with superpowered beings that want to protect us. And I don't even know who I am anymore. He's basically the strongest person on Earth spiritually to go through an existential crisis. And it's amazing because I think in spy thrillers, part of why we love famous spies like James Bond is that there's this emotional vulnerability that they just scratch the surface of without going into a full existential crisis. They feel a little lost. They wonder why they're giving so much of themselves to a country or to a cause that they don't even know if they believe in, let alone whether that country or cause believes in them. Where's the reciprocity? And Samuel L. Jackson will never go wrong as an actor and as Nick Fury. And it's interesting to see him kind of tired a little bit. Just walking in the room and not a little more hunched, a little more yeah, I'm a badass, but also is there a seat? Is there seating? I'd like to sit. It's really interesting because it just goes to show you that sometimes our energy is down because our heart is. And he doesn't know how to protect the people he loves, like Talos, like Maria, and he just doesn't even know what he's doing there. Because if there's one thing that the show calls out immediately, especially through Don Cheadle's character, which I believe his character's name is Rhodey. Yeah, he's been in so many Marvel films. It's just this feeling of Do you still want to be in this fight? It's okay if you don't want to. But you're coming in here with like a soapbox saying the world is about to end, and I don't really know if you're the guy to stop it. You say you are, and you've been that guy, but do you really want to be that guy again? And trust issues are an interesting theme for this show because what spy thriller doesn't have 20 million trust issues? The whole point of spy thrillers is that you don't know who you can trust. But I think what's nuanced about Secret Invasion is that it's about whether or not, if even if you trust somebody or you don't, whether it's worth loving them in a world where you are a refugee. Like or you are an immigrant, like the Skrulls, like Talos, like I believe her name Amelia Clark as Gia, um, who's fantastic. I love seeing Amelia do anything, and every time I see her, I'm just like, Daenerys should have won. Um, I just felt like, particularly with her character, there's a closeness and a harshness to her and a sad that comes from sadness and pain and being in this world that's not her home, disconnected by family that she loves, but she doesn't know if they necessarily agree with her political standpoints. Like it's just so hard to be in a world that makes sure you don't belong, even if you put on its face. And that's what she's realizing about in being a scroll that can convert into a human being. There's still a level of isolation. There's still always a level of I don't belong here. And this is a world that even its own makes sure has that feeling. And it sucks. It sucks. It sucks. It sucks. Because the scrolls are divided by two groups. Those that want to stay and make Earth their home, and those who kind of want to destroy it and go somewhere else. They're kind of like murked in terms of what they want, you know? Either we stay, either we go, or either we take it over. You know, we stay in peace, we take it over in war, or we leave. But something's got to happen because we're playing seconds. And we came from a world where we were first. And yes, we had battles to protect our world, to keep our world, but it was our world, and this isn't. And I think that stems from Nick Fury's point of view too, as somebody who got disintegrated, is coming back from being years in space to feeling like, you know, where is my place? And sometimes that's the very thing that makes us not trust people. It's not that we don't trust them, is that we just don't. How can we have trust anybody when we don't even know who we are? How can we sit comfortably in a place when we don't even know our own place? We don't even have our own place. And that's something that is a real theme. Let me just fluff your aura. That feels like a real theme in this show, particularly through the various points of the scrolls and through Nick. Just that sense of sometimes mistrust, having trust issues, isn't that people have betrayed you. It's that you just don't even have a place to invest your love. Nothing in this world is saying, wow, I love it. Like wow, I love these people. Wow, I love this space. This is me. And I think that is why it's so interesting that this show is a spy thriller. Because nobody is like, wow, I love Earth. This is just the best place on earth. Everybody is just protecting because that's how they were trained to do. That's what they think is right. But their existentialism comes from the fact of, I'm giving my energy and I just don't feel revived. And they have some really cool new characters. Olivia Colman as Sonya just rocks my socks, and seeing her dynamic with Nick Fury, because again, the scrolls can shapeshift and everybody's like, you know, nobody even believes they're on Earth. So everybody's like, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know. And then when they do, it's like, who is actually a Skrull? We don't even know. Then comes the political implications of like, you know, am I working with the actual government official or is this a Skrull? What does it matter? I don't even know. Um, it's a really good show. I think it's gritty and dark in tone, but it's like Disney gritty. You know, like somebody cuts a finger off and we're like, whoa. Like, so I think in terms of spy thriller, it's not going to be one of the darkest, craziest things you've ever seen, but Disney always knows how to serve action. And It's not my favorite of the Disney series. I liked WandaVision is an absolute classic. Um, and I think if you compare it to Captain America and the Winter Soldier, they're kind of like the soldier. They're kind of like here a little bit. I think that Captain America, I my only thing with Captain America and the Winter Soldier is that I love these two characters so much. I love Sam and I love Bucky, and I just wanted more. Like I wanted even more drama. I wanted even more comedy. I wanted even more dynamics, and I thought it was really really good. But it's also like it's been years. Like get the second season already. Um, I think compared, Secret Invasion is darker and a little more grounded in terms of its themes like existentialism, trust issues, what motivates us as human beings, being immigrants, being refugees. Um, it's it just didn't. I would say it's really good. I would say it's really good. But I liked Loki and WandaVision better. And that might be because of my taste. And also, WandaVision is exceptional. So, watch Secret Invasion out June 21st. Yeah. And check out the Andrew Reviews It All. And you forget out June 22nd. Yeah.